Welcome to Match of the Day, with a game from both the first and second divisions of the Canon League, plus a little titbit from the FA Cup first round, a stage at which Wembley is just around the corner for everyone. But first, it's action unlimited from Watford and Sheffield Wednesday.
And Luther Blissett goes alone. Oh, good save.
Our match from the second division, Charlton Athletic against Birmingham City.
Moore and Armstrong. Well up by Lee. Moore! Fine save, brilliant save.
Hello, hello, hello. What's all this then? It's British Bobbies, off duty for a change and bouncing along, hopefully, on the way to Wembley in the FA Cup.
The top of Division 1 remains unchanged tonight. The four leading clubs all won, with Everton setting a new club record. And the son of a famous father is the giant-killing hero in the first round of the FA Cup.
Our first action is from that intriguing fixture between Watford and Sheffield Wednesday. Intriguing because of the forceful and direct styles they both favour. In Watford's case particularly, it's currently producing goals at both ends of the field, a fact obviously appreciated by their spectators, one of whom today was John Motson, your match commentator.
No team guarantees entertainment quite like Watford. Their 14 First Division fixtures have produced 62 goals, an average of 4.5 a game. So although the fact that the opposition have scored 33 of those means Watford are in the bottom three, the crowds here at Vicarage Road are 25% up on this time last year. It's to stem the flow of goals against that John McClellan, the Northern Ireland defender, has been signed from Glasgow Rangers. He's played league football in all four home countries, played in all four divisions in England, and played in every position on the field. Well, Watford earned their first home win on McClellan's debut last week, but their plan to keep the side which finished that match has been disrupted by a training injury to David Bardsley. So at number 2, Lee Sinnott, who was dropped to make way for McClellan, returns at right back. Sheffield Wednesday are without their regular number 2, the injured Mel Sterland, so Gavin Oliver continues there. At number 7, Brian Marwood returns at the expense of John Pearson, who's the substitute. And Sheffield Wednesday, always a well-supported club themselves, and many of their fans have made their way down from Yorkshire for this afternoon's game. Maurice Robinson from Sutton Coldfield is the man in charge. Well, this match has been billed, rightly or wrongly, as the Battle of the Long Ball. Two teams whose arrival in the First Division was stamped with a label demanding early delivery. Kenny Jackett at left back for Watford, who are in the yellow shirts. Sheffield Wednesday in their famous stripes, playing from the right. Terry. There's Sterling. That's Smith marking Riley. Both taking a tumble. Smith did well. Berardi. And it's Mark Smith again to Andy Blair. Marwood's out on the right wing. Oliver's overlapping outside him. There's Riley. Support here, both ways. Riley's shot. Oh, and a mistake, and Blissett nearly in. Well, we've had lots of rain. The ball may be slippery, but Blissett almost cashing in on a mistake by goalkeeper Martin Hodge. Riley's drive was a sudden one, and Hodge couldn't hold it. Blissett off him for a goal kick. Berardi. John McClelland warding him off. forward by Smith. This is Rostron. Oliver. Taylor getting in well. Sinnott. Taylor on to Riley. And still George Riley. That was promising. A deflection. And it's an easy goal for John Barnes. John Barnes the scorer, and George Riley very much involved. He made good space as Sheffield Wednesday momentarily thought about offside. The shot was deflected over the goalkeeper, and John Barnes ran in after 12 minutes to add to his 2 for England in midweek, the first goal for Watford today. Barnes' 8th goal of the season. That puts him 1 ahead of Luther Blissett in the Watford scoring charts. This is Verratti, good control. Now it's Shelton with the ball inside. Marwood. And a corner to Sheffield Wednesday. And George Riley helping out. Here's Shelton, a volleyed pass back to Andy Blair. And that was a mistake by Sinnott, and Verratti's in there. And hooked across for Riley again to make the saving header away from Gavin Oliver. Blissett. What a good ball by Blissett, and Barnes, look at the pace there. Fantastic pace by John Barnes. It took him clear of the entire defence. Sheer speed. Terrific pass by Blissett. Corner to Watford. Taken by Sterling. And Hodge taking it away from Riley. On by Chapman. Blissett. And Luther Blissett goes alone. Oh, good save. Explosive shot, aimed for the near post area from Blissett, and Martin Hodge equal to it. And Riley's causing them problems, and Barnes shoots over when he was well placed. Well, the way Watford have started this match, you'd never believe that they were in the bottom 3 in the First Division. They're very much on top in the opening 20 minutes, and Riley is one reason why. Riley, Taylor. Watford have got 6 players forward here. This is Sterling. It opened up for Sterling. Good save again. Sterling, who scored in his last 3 matches for Watford, deprived by Martin Hodge. John Barnes is there with Oliver, whose clearance only finds Sinnott. And that's a very good idea. There were 2 Watford players free on the left. There might still be one, and it's Blissett. And they've got a queue of players here in the penalty area, Watford. And Blissett's cross deflected. Well played by Jackett. Foul there. Rostron was clipped. No, the play's been brought back. The follow-up didn't matter. The linesman was flagging for an offside. as Rostron himself was fouled anyway, so there were two reasons why play could have been stopped. Well, it's wrong to say that these two teams play the same way, despite all the pre-match previews. John Barnes is a winger, and Sheffield Wednesday don't play with two wingers, and it was John Barnes whose goal put Watford in front after 12 minutes for a half-time lead, which on the balance of play they deserved. Watford have yet to keep a clean sheet in a league match this season, so they'll be striving for that in the second half. Sheffield Wednesday, by contrast, have only failed to score in 2 league matches, and they've come in the last 3 games. Those blanks, so a couple of records could be altered there. Here's Sterling. But, Les Taylor with no real chance there. This free kick going to be taken by Sinnott. Line of 4 Watford players waiting on the edge of the area. And half away by Oliver. Rostron. Barnes. Good looking turn by John Barnes. A lovely chip and just over. But that's the sort of individual spontaneous skill of which Barnes is capable, and which has put him, thankfully now it seems for a prolonged spell, into the England team. So capable of turning his man like that and then doing the unusual. So we're 10 minutes into the second half here. The score's still 1-0 to Watford. And Sheffield Wednesday have the free kick to be taken by Gavin Oliver. Chapman is climbing on the far side, claiming that he was fouled, but the referee not interested. Here's Blair, looking for Varady, who's got some pace. John McClelland uncertain of his clearance. Marwood was hovering, and that's hit the post, and a lucky escape for Watford. Marwood, the unlucky player. A really good effort by Marwood on the turn, and it came back off the foot of the post, and the rebound favoured Watford. Barnes. Good effort again. He's tested Hodge there. They're appealing for a corner, but he just kept it in, actually. Martin Hodge. Oh, look at that piece of skill. And Barnes has found Riley. Sliced the clearance. Oh, and Sterling came in. And if you really analyse the goals that Watford score, if you want to analyse the goals scored in football generally, there's a position around that far post where so many go in. But back earlier in the move, John Barnes' piece of skill was worth coming to see in itself. When the move developed, the ball was whipped across to that far post position, and Worrell Sterling could have had a goal. We made the point about the loyalty of the Watford support, and there are 18,346 here today on a murky November afternoon. and Watford's relationship with the local community underlined by their attendances this season. Shirtliff. Good play by Blair. Shelton. Chapman. It's a throw-in. And Jacket forced to concede the corner. Shelton coming through for the shot. It's Smith who pushes it back in again, and Mark Smith once more. And Watford are battling here. Terry, they can't get it away. Lofted back once more towards Berardi, and now Marwood. And Chapman's coming in. Tony Coton, half a punch on it. George Riley finally volleys clear, to the relief of the Watford fans, but for how long? Marwood. And they're diving in a bit there. And there's another header. Oh, and it's been fumbled by Coton, and Marwood's there again. And so close. For Shelton, actually. Well, that was one of Sheffield Wednesday's nearest moments to a goal, and it was Gary Shelton whose header gave Coton the difficulty. Marwood trying to get onto the rebound, but the Watford goalkeeper would have been relieved there. Chapman, Shelton, Berardi. And still Berardi. Can he find a colleague? He can, and the save from Shelton by Coton. And twice now, Berardi set the play up, but twice now Shelton has come very close to equalising. Barnes. Onside, Luther Blissett. No, good goalkeeping actually. It may look like a very bad miss, but Hodge came off his line there, and I don't think Luther Blissett really had anything to shoot at all, except the goalkeeper. He tried to steer it past him, and it didn't look a good finish. On by Chapman. Up goes Lyons, away by Jacket. Chapman again. It's a Watford throw. The Watford supporters are whistling anxiously. And Riley needs to make that. Here's Chapman for Wednesday, and Worthington. Sterling hoisting it away, and this could be Sheffield Wednesday's last chance. It's going to be Blair with the corner. Not the best that he could have produced, and Watford may be on the way to rebuilding their season. It's their second successive home victory in consecutive weeks. It's the first time they've kept a clean sheet in a league match this season, and it's Sheffield Wednesday's fourth match without a win, 3 of which have been lost, and in 3 of which they've failed to score. So there could be trends in that. We should have to wait and see. But on the day, it was John Barnes who got the only goal, and he had moments in the match which made that well-deserved.
Well, Watford showing the value of following up shots from their own players, and today it made the difference between 1 and 3 points. And it's good also to see England players like John Barnes looking outstanding in club football. That's a sign of true class and consistency. Tony.
Everton's 4-0 defeat of Stoke has set a new post-war club record of 10 successive victories. Adrian Heath scored twice against his old club in the space of 6 minutes. And Norman Whiteside scored both Manchester United goals as they beat Luton 2-0. Glenn Hoddle was back on the scoresheet as Tottenham produced a powerful second-half performance to win 3-0 at Ipswich, and with Tony Woodcock getting the solitary Arsenal goal as they beat Queen's Park Rangers 1-0, the top 4 places in Division 1 have remained unchanged. Everton stay 3 points clear, but that Sheffield Wednesday defeat has enabled West Ham and Chelsea, who both won at home today, to climb above them and establish a strong presence there of London clubs. A famous name and a famous deed in the first round of the FA Cup, with Mike Fagan, the son of the Liverpool manager Joe Fagan, scoring the goal that gave non-league Altrincham a 1-0 victory at 4th Division Blackpool. He was also booked. The only other giant killers were Northwich, who beat 4th Division Crewe 3-1. But 7 other non-league sides drew against league opposition and have earned replays next week. The best of luck to all of them. The Yorkshire mining community team of Frickley asked the police to keep a low profile at their cup tie with Stalybridge because of resentment built up on the picket lines. And that game was held up for 24 minutes by crowd violence. But there was no danger of that at another cup tie where police provided not only most of the 1,500 crowd, but even one of the teams.
Big assignment today. Lots of crowds out there. Maybe some aggravation. You can deal with it. You're big men. Look after yourself. And make sure, whatever you do, get in first. Good luck to you this afternoon. Make sure you don't get involved in anything. And be careful.
For the first time in 53 years, the Metropolitan Police had reached the first round of the FA Cup. Not surprisingly, they play in all blue, and after 17 goals in preliminary matches, today's home tie against Dartford was greeted as enthusiastically as a cup final. The last time that the Metropolitan Police Force's 26,000 men were represented in the first round, back in 1931, their team lost 9-0 to Northampton. And today's working bobbies had to prepare in between spells of duty up with the picket lines. Striker Andy Wallace has attracted the attention of league clubs like Manchester United, Arsenal and Southampton, but at the moment he's a 22-year-old policeman on the beat in Tooting. With 3 key players out injured, the police were anxious to get an early goal. But despite home advantage at their Ember Court ground in Surrey, where the pitch is one of the biggest and best in non-league football, the boys in blue were soon pushed back to the last line of defence. That timely tackle from the aptly named fullback Graham Taylor, a 24-year-old desk sergeant at Fulham.
9:45 this morning.
Manager Vic Rouse, who played 400 league games with Orient and Palace, had warned that his team's defending lacked conviction, and after 39 minutes they were proved guilty. Dartford's top scorer, Tony Berman, profiting from that corner. Desperate measures were obviously called for in the second half. The best opportunity to score fell to the crime squad midway through their investigation of Dartford's defence. Nicky Matthew closest to solving the case when he hit the post. But Dartford went further ahead after 69 minutes. This time the scorer, Francis Cowley. And the best of Dartford's 3 goals came just before the end. Watch the fullback here, George Borg. A goal that's certainly worth watching again, and who knows, it might even crop up in Goal of the Month. the police team defeated 3-0.
Very disappointed. The lads all got their heads down in there. Thought we could have made a bit more of it. First half, it was very even. They got that goal from bad defending from us. They come out in the second half and they grew in confidence, and with us pushing forward in the second half, they got the other 2 goals. Very disappointed, though.
Maybe it would have helped if you'd brought the dog.
He might have had a little bit more bite in midfield, yes, but no, I'm pleased to have been there and done it, but as I say, I'm a bit disappointed with the result.
I suppose the irony is that a lot of your players might end up at Wembley anyway on Cup Final Day.
It's quite possible, either watching it or in uniform, yes, yes.
A policeman's lot is not a happy one, happy one. Good night, all.
Good night, all. Match of the day will never be quite the same again. Well, now it's the time for the second division to entertain us, Charlton Athletic and Birmingham City. And only a week or 2 ago, the fixture looked more potent, but perhaps as a result of injuries, as much as anything else, both teams have lost some of their early promise. So today's game was a chance for one or t'other to get back that winning habit, with the help of 1 or 2 new faces. Your commentator is Barry Davies.
A damp grey afternoon at the Valley presents some faces in different colours. The most famous among them, Tony Morley, the former England winger, on loan to Birmingham from West Bromwich Albion. They also have Ray Ranson, signed this week from Manchester City, and another player on loan, this time from Ipswich, 26 years old, John Linford. And in the Charlton Athletic side, they have at their right back Martin Duffield on loan from Queen's Park Rangers. He wears number 8, but will play in his regular position, which is at right back, in a side that still lacks the presence of Derek Hales and Carl Harris, both injured, and Dave Madden, who this afternoon starts a 3-match suspension. That's the Birmingham lineup. They share with Everton a record of having won 5 games away from home, but recently they've found goals difficult to come by. Referee is FIFA man Alan Robinson from Portsmouth in Hampshire, and Birmingham City in all blue. I think we ought to say defending the goal to our left is Jim Hagan, number 3, currently in 4th place against Charlton Athletic, who are in 16th. And both goalkeepers have had an early feel of the ball on an afternoon which may not be easy for the grasping of the ball. Top surface will be very slippery of the pitch. Free kick against Armstrong. Bit of holding on Moore. Steve Britt's going to take it. A shoulder between Moore and Cool. Moore, in fact, did the bumping. Here he is again. Square ball is on for Grit. Could have a crack. And he had far more time and far more room than he seemed to appreciate. Here's Tony Morley. And this is a real opportunity for him. Well, a puff of the cheeks, but I think that he will feel that certainly when he wasn't troubled by injuries, as he has been so much recently, when he was in really good nick, he would certainly have put that one away. It was a clear run in on the goalkeeper, wide of the goalkeeper's left hand, but also wide of the far post. Nicky Johns, player of the year here last season. Moore and Armstrong. Well up by Lee. Moore! Fine save, brilliant save. What a nice move. Involving the youngster Robert Lee, who got up very well. Instant shot from Ronnie Moore and a fine save by David Seaman. Tony Towner has come to take the corner, for which Charlton have 2 players in the 6-yard box, 3 further out. All of which is quite academic. Turner putting it right immediately behind. But the best move of the match so far, coming in the 15th minute. Very biding his time, and I think rightly. Initial mistake by Darwin. Holding by Armstrong. Quickly taken, and some room for Fryer to pick somebody out. And he very nearly did. Somebody was Towner. Hazelwood still has the opportunity. Duffield. Moore. Fryer. Good curl on the cross. And unlucky by Flanagan. Good play then by Charlton. They didn't just bang it in, they tried to find the right angle, and in the end got a very good one from Fryer, and Flanagan coming in was wide of the far post to his obvious disappointment. Free kick against Cool. Charlton players strung out along the 18-yard line. Getting plenty of cover back. Hazelwood, yes! Came down very sharply indeed, to the surprise of Seaman. I suspect that it may have got a nick off the defender who went with Hazelwood as well, which produced the sharpness of the angle at the end. But Charlton have a deserved lead on the balance of play. 26 minutes gone. Ransom. Towner. Duffield kept it in. Right, Ransom, offside. A moment of respite, and maybe one or two of the regular Charlton supporters down the years will know that that puts them just one match short of equalling a league record. They've now scored in 31 consecutive home league matches, which is one short of equalling a record of season 58-59. Morley. It'll be a corner if it goes, I think. Doesn't want to go. Does now. Armstrong has just reached the 18-yard line and now moves forward from there. Clark in the 6-yard box. John's having to adjust his position a bit. Out by Towner. Roberts, and the whistle goes for half-time, with Charlton still on course for a league scoring record on their own ground, leading Birmingham City by 1-0, and the goal scored by Mark Hazelwood. And talking of records, during the half-time interval, a presentation to the injured Derek Hales by the former Sussex and England fast bowler John Snow. Hales having just broken the league goal-scoring record here, previously held by Stuart Leary at 164. We have to go back to September to find Charlton Athletics' last success. That was at Plough Lane when they beat Wimbledon. One of 7 games without a victory, and also 2 Milk Cup ties against Notts County, and they lost both. It's Tony Towner. Both the sides this afternoon having what I suppose we still call an old-fashioned winger. Towner for Charlton and Morley for Birmingham. A really strong, powerful header by Darman. Managed to get the timing 100% right that time, but the header, sadly for him, inaccurate. Massive players in the centre circle. Hagan almost caught by his colleague Roberts. On by Hazelwood. Flanagan, it's a bit tight, but he's got away. Beautifully so. Fine play by Flanagan. Lee's header. Goal kick is the result. Not to come out a little bit, Lee, to try and get a header, and it was very much more across than on, but some lovely play by Mike Flanagan. So tight to the touchline, then turning onto his right foot for the cross. Quite as young as he used to be, 32 last Friday week, in fact. Long chase for Linford, and it's going wide. And Steve Darman, who put through his own goal at Sheffield United in the 1-1 draw last Saturday, was frighteningly close to repeating the act. Well, it wouldn't have counted as it happened because the referee spotted an infringement some considerable distance back. Had time to look this way and played it the other. Lee. With determination. Well, that's quite strong. And the goalkeeper got back very well, in fact. Didn't take it cleanly, but he had to make a lot of ground, which he did extremely swiftly. Hazelwood, the man who beat him earlier, testing him again. Berry. Wire. It's a good strong run by the fullback. But not to the strong shot. He ran all of 60 yards, didn't got too much puff at the end. Towner. Johnny Moore has been left on the ground. Lee, a gift in the end. Total disaster for Jim Hagan, who killed the cross from Tony Towner. And Robert Lee had the easiest of opportunities to make it 2-0 and score his third goal of the season. I think the substitution is going to come about. Second week running, Tony Rees comes on as a substitute. Last week he replaced the injured Mick Harford, whose presence, it should be said, has been missed today. Today he replaces the top scorer, Wayne Clark, whose 9 goals already equals his total of last season, but he hasn't looked like scoring this afternoon. Indeed, no Birmingham player has. Linford, Rees. Britt. Berry. He's checked, the goalkeeper's come wide. Didn't need him in the end. Berry. Roberts. Hazelwood. Oh, it's a great press time ball that gets Towner in. The angle's not good, players coming forward, and none of them can find the net. but what a magnificent pass by Hazelwood. Instant first-time ball that looked to be going nowhere in particular, but he had seen that Towner was free on the right. But when the ball came across from Towner, he didn't find a Charlton boot. Diamond won't come in on this one. Ranson. Steve Britt has done a fair amount of covering in midfield. This befits his name. Duffield, after a rather torrid start, has settled down in the second half.
Had a shot. What's the matter, like, Ben? Are you dead?
Morley, Bremner, Rees, Bremner, now Morley, must be, and is. Well, has the new man on loan lifted his side to save themselves even yet? Quick check of the watch then from Ron Saunders, and we make it 7 minutes to go. Charlton Athletic 2, Birmingham City 1.